Hey, welcome to From the Baseline. This is another Worldwide Hoops edition, and I'm Mark Williams, Premier Basketball Report Global Scout, and we appreciate you tuning in. On this episode, we're honored to have 2022 Tilda Sjokvist from Sweden. We talk about her mom and the pathway that she's paved for her coming over to the States and having those opportunities. We talk about her time there with the pro team and what school looks like for her there in Sweden and the opportunities that she's had to represent Sweden on the under 16s in 2019 and as she prepares for the under 18s this year after not being able to compete last year for COVID because of COVID-19. And so then we talk about a little bit of recruiting with her and what she's looking forward to in coming to university to play. And so I know you'll enjoy this interview, but before we get to the interview, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be back after this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Athlete Vision Sports presents the most advanced new recruiting engine on the market today. Athlete Vision records all your big tournaments on high-definition video. You can show your A game to a nationwide audience, create your own player profile, or upload your own highlight videos. College recruiters have instant access to your tournament videos. Let Athlete Vision catapult you to the next level. Sign up for Athlete Vision today.
Hey, welcome back. We're honored to be joined by 2021 Tilda Sjokvist from Sweden. I think I got it right. It was better than earlier.
It was good.
Oh, we're honored to have you on with us today, and excited to learn more about you and what life is like in Sweden and some of your aspirations with basketball and we got to visit a little bit before we got started. And so you're part of a sports family. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so my mom played for a long time when she was younger on a really high level, and also I have two older siblings who have played, especially my sister. I'm playing with her now in my club team. And so when my siblings was younger, my mom coached them, and I was like with them and looked at them playing and so on. So it was natural to start playing basketball and continue.
Awesome. Now you shared a little bit about your mom, and your mom not only played at a high level at a young age, but she also probably about early 90s, mid 90s, had a chance and came over to the United States and finished her last year of high school here in the States, and then went on and played at a college in Florida for a number of years. And so share about that a little bit for your family and what that's meant for y'all.
Yeah. So yeah, she went to the US like she was 18 years old, I think, and she have told me like a lot of things, that it was fun and it was like she missed home and like that stuff too. So but I've always wanted to go there too, because it sounds so fun, and like you got a lot of experience there and good basketball, and so yeah.
Well, and it's interesting with your mom having that experience of coming to the States already. It was probably also something she talked to you about from a young age, like and as your basketball career started to grow and you started to improve and you had the different opportunities that we'll talk about, she probably started talking to you at a young age of like, hey, you need to go to the US and study and play because of the great experiences that she had.
yeah, of course she always wanted me to like continue basketball and stuff like that and like go to the US, but she also like have been clear that you do what you want, but like my dream has always been to go to the US. So yeah, it
Awesome.
is what I want now.
Awesome. You know, it's funny you talk about your dream is to come to the US. You know, I have numerous friends over there in Sweden, and they'll send me videos of them skiing and different things. I'm like, you know, right now my dream would be to go to Sweden, and so I can
Yeah,
go skiing and enjoy some of
yeah,
that awesomeness. So, which we will one day, and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
So your mom introduced you to basketball and her career and her love for basketball, but share a little bit about for you as a young player, what did that look like as far as your development, and was it just a lot of times with mom in the backyard or in the local park playing basketball, or did you play for a club, or you know, what was that pathway for you?
Yeah, like in the beginning, as I said earlier, I was like on the court with my mom coaching my siblings and like watching them playing, and I stood on the side and shot balls and like that. And then I started in a club team where both my mom and sister and brother have played, and started there. It's a pretty small club for like young players, but when I look back, it was like the funniest time as this far in basketball life. And then when I came to like high school, I switched a club, and it's more like for the future. I'm thinking for the future now, so
Right.
it's good, better.
Yeah, awesome. I think sometimes in basketball it becomes competitive, and the higher level we think it's more competitive, and what's lost in all of it is basketball's fun. Like
Yeah, yeah,
it is, you get to be with friends and teammates, and you get to have competition, and you know, when you're young you just go play, then you play hard and you have fun, and then after the game you're like hugging your friends and you're hanging out with your friends after the game, whether they're on the other team or on your team. And you know, it's not as cutthroat and as you know, well, professional is not the right word, um, but it just naturally loses its fun because we think it's all about winning and losing. And
yeah.
you know, at the end of the day, whether you win or lose, by the time you walk out of the gym, you've already forgot it because life's gone on. Um, you know, but the memories and the friendships that are formed through basketball, you know, those last you a lifetime. And so,
Yeah, really. And I also like that basketball takes you to places like, if I haven't been played basketball in my younger ages, so I wouldn't have like been in places in Sweden that I have been now. So
yeah,
I think that's great too.
absolutely, very true. Now you talked about you played for a club with your mom was a coach, and your brothers, your siblings had played, and then when you got to high school, you shifted to another club, which is tied to a school. Um, share a little bit about that high school and what life is like there.
Yeah, so like my sister went to a switched club when she went to high school too, so it was natural for me to do it too. And also, as you said, it's connected to the school team, the school and the club team. And like a regular day now, it's a little bit different because of COVID, but like in a regular day without COVID, it's practice in the morning 4 times a week from 8 to 9, and then you, like, we have the gym at school, so we like dress up for school, and then we have our classes, and it ends like everything from 12 to 4 o'clock in the evening or in the afternoon. And then you go home and like go to your team, like if it's Division 1 or the pro team, or yeah.
Oh, very cool. Now, what's your favorite subject in school?
Oh, yeah, I think I like studying the like sociology.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sociology.
So I think it's that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool. Very cool. So normal day, you got practice and stuff in the morning, then you go do your school stuff and go through all your classes. And then in the afternoon or evening, then you go to your club
Exactly.
and you practice. So really your training in the morning is more like a skills training or like a physio training where it's running or weights or something like that.
Yeah, like we have like most of the week we do like 3 times a week we go with basketball skills, like 1 against 1 or something like that, and 1 time a week we go like lift in the gym and
Okay. Well, very good.
with a physio and so.
Very cool. Now you talked about you go to your pro team in the afternoon. What team are you playing with right now?
I'm playing with the pro team in FTB. I play from Krumech Patel, and yeah.
So this isn't your first team with the club. I'm sorry, this isn't your first year with the club. You played with this club since you've gone to high school?
Yeah, I started in this club 2019 in the autumn, and I started in the pro team like a little bit. I practiced with them, and I didn't get it so much play time, but I also played in the Division 1 team. So I simply played in 2 teams and like played more in the Division 1 and practiced more in the pro team.
Okay. So there's the pro team, then there's Division 1, and then is there a Division 2?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Awesome. What's been your highlight with that team?
Can you say that again?
What's been your highlight with that team? Like what's been your best experience playing with that one team? Like we won the championship, or I scored 50 points in a game, which if you did that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I haven't had so much experience because when I started in this team, like I practiced with a pro team and I didn't get so much play time. But then it got COVID, so the season was like cancelled, and then the Division 1 team haven't had so many games the last years, and now because of COVID it's cancelled. But I think like I have started playing more now in this season, the beginning of the season. I think this year I really like how it is, and except of COVID, but I like team and coach and.
Awesome. Well, I don't know anybody who likes COVID. I think we all hate it and want it to go away as quickly as possible. And so, I mean, that is, 2020, the season was pretty much done. And then, you're experiencing what most European countries are doing is there's the pro league, and then your leagues under that, they're just not playing. And so it costs a lot of money to be able to test and transport, and there's a lot of juggling with schedule changes and everything. And so people are just glad to be able to have a pro league and a pro season.
I'm really happy for that.
So they're just focusing there. So well, cool. Well, we're going to take a quick break. In this break, we're going to show some highlights of 2022 Tilda. And so enjoy these, and we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those highlights of 2022, Tilda Sjokvist from Sweden, and we're privileged to have you on. And before the break, we talked about your family and growing up in a basketball family, and your mom's impact there, and you in high school and pro. But you've also had the opportunity to represent Sweden. In 2019, you're on their under 16 team for the European Championship, and uh, share about that first experience when you were given your Sweden jersey uh, to wear for the first time. Like, how did that feel to be able to represent your country?
Yeah. Uh, I don't think I can describe it, but it felt like unreal or like so cool. It's like,
Yeah.
am I going to wear that Sweden shirt? And but I was really happy for be given that opportunity, and I'm so happy now that I have done it, like represent Sweden, and so yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, that's almost. I think the only other thing that could like trump that is being on in the Olympics and like walking through, when they do the air opening ceremonies and everybody walks into the stadium. Like, I mean, it's just a surreal, you can't describe it because it's just a surreal moment of I get to represent my country. Like that's amazing. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah, really.
now 2019, y'all play under 16s. Share a little bit about how that tournament went for y'all um, there in 2019.
Yeah, so it was like a summer with a lot of basketball with the national team, but it was fun. And we first played in Nordic Championship, and it went really good. We won it, got the first place, and then some weeks later we went to the European Championship, and we played Division One there. So it was like cool to play against the best players in my age, and it was a good experience. But we had a tough time, and we didn't come so long, but we learned a lot, and we had really fun.
Yeah, well, and that's huge for for Sweden to be in Division A. There's only 16 teams in Division A, and there's like 24 in Division B. And Sweden as a country, uh, though it may be large in land, there's just not a large population. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
and so they've kind of teeter between Division B and Division A, and kind of go
yeah.
back and forth depending on their years and their teams. And so it is anytime you can play in Division A, it's a huge accomplishment
Yeah,
for any country, but especially for Sweden and
yeah,
and stuff like that. So now in 2020, unfortunately for because of COVID, our arch nemesis right now,
yeah,
um, we weren't able to have the under 18s European Championship. But this year they're slated, and I believe I was looking at the calendar. I think they're in late July, I believe, late July, early August, sometime in that time frame, and stuff. What are you looking forward to most about being able to play that tournament?
yeah. Like I said, like represent your country is so cool, and like, and yeah, and that I'm looking forward to, of course, and also like play in my age against the ones in my age. Like now I'm playing with the pro team, and they pretty much older than me, and like, but it will be nice to like play against my age, and also like, yeah,
Yeah, no, absolutely. When you play pros and you're playing, women who are older than you, um, sometimes it can be challenging and tough. But and you don't always see the improvement because sometimes there's weeks where you're like, dude, I'm just getting beat. Like I in practice, I'm playing against a professional, right? Who's played pro or played WNBA or played high college, and she's just whipping my tail in practice every day. Um, and then you don't see your growth as you're getting better. until you go play your age and you're like, oh, like
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
improved a
Yeah, yeah.
lot. And so um, that's awesome. We look forward to seeing that, um, this summer at the under 18s. We talked about a little bit before. I fully expect that we'll have the European Championships. I think it'll be a lot like the qualifiers of the Eurobasket women's qualifiers that we had last week, where the games are played, but there's no fans. There's
Yeah,
limited
yeah.
attendance and it's live streamed, and so we hope so, because
Yeah, I really hope so too.
the alternative is something we don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
We don't need another 2020, that's for sure.
No.
So now your mom's paved a pathway for you as far as coming to the United States and playing at a university, and I know that's something that you desire to follow as well. And I'm sure you've heard from your mom from a young age, like, this is an opportunity if you want to do it. You can go to the United States and play. What would it mean for you to have that opportunity to play at a university in the United States?
I would, yeah, it would be like a dream come true, because like my mom had played there and I've always heard something like it was so fun, but also like I miss home and something like that. But I always wanted it, and like play in another country, like away from Sweden, and yeah, it
Yeah,
would be so cool.
yeah. Well, and it's just experience a different culture and different things about life. And
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, it's one of the, I get the opportunity to travel around the world a lot. And one of my things that I really enjoy is just really the short time is really getting to experience the culture of wherever I'm at.
Yeah,
The tourist things are cool. Like, you can go take a picture. All right. That's all great. But
yeah,
it's like just kind of assimilating and experiencing the culture and the people. And it's one of the things I enjoy in this world. Um,
yeah, I agree.
what do you plan on studying?
Um, like I do now I study oh my god,
Sociology?
sociology. Yeah, sociology, and I want to keep on doing that, and like studying the human, something like that.
Yeah, awesome. Um, for colleges that haven't seen you play, now I've got to see you play quite a bit. Uh, for those who maybe haven't got to see you play, describe what type of player are you?
Yeah, I would say I'm really quick point guard who loves to run and be quick in my first step, and like that. And I also like to uh, be positive in my team and help my teammates and always be there, like, and always like take yeah, and yeah, and I also would say that I have a pretty good game understanding. Like, I see my players, I see my teammates, and listen to the coach, and yeah.
Awesome. Well, and like I said, I've got to see you play, and I mean, you're fun to watch. Um, Quick and likes to create for yourself and for your teammates and kind of get everybody involved. You can hit it when you're open, but really your best attribute, I think, is just your ability to get everybody involved and create opportunities for everybody. And as a leader, as a point guard, when everybody's getting shots, then everybody's playing harder, and everybody's playing defense, and everybody's rebounding, and everybody's running, because they're getting opportunities on the offensive end. And I think that's a valuable a
Yeah.
trait to have as a point guard. And so, college coaches, you're looking for a point guard in 2022 class, you make sure and check out Tilda out of Sweden. So we appreciate your time today and coming on and visiting with us, and look forward to your college decision and look forward to your success at wherever that's at. and wherever that may be. But hopefully this summer that's at the European Championships under 18s.
Yeah.
We get to watch you again there. So, but college coaches, if you're interested, you can reach out to Tilda or to me, or if you know Kramesh Patel, he speaks very highly of Tilda as well. You can feel free to reach out to all of us, and we'll add Tilda's social media stuff on the end of this episode, so that people can follow and get that. So, but Tilda, we appreciate your time and stuff.
Yeah, thank you a lot. It was fun.
Yeah, no. So, hey, for Premier Basketball, I'm Mark Williams, and we're coming to you from the baseline.